Tonight, we have a really interesting program in store for us. The program will showcase the complex artistic history of the Soviet Union, particularly in the realms of music and film. We're joined here this evening by several distinguished artists who are prominent members of the arts community at the university and the city. We have Grammy Award-winning violist Masumi Rostad and acclaimed piano soloist Amy Briggs. Masumi and Amy will be performing the viola sonata by Shostakovich. We also have with us University of Chicago professor Robert Bird, who will draw on his research into the theory and practice of Russian modernism, presenting the broader history of artistic creation under communism. We are also joined by Larry Norman, who's the Deputy Provost for the Arts at the University of Chicago.
So we're going to start out by playing Shostakovich's Viola Sonata. This piece was written in 1975. It was the final year of Shostakovich's life, and it was the very last piece that he wrote. He wrote it for the viola player Fyodor Druzhinin, who was the viola player of the Beethoven String Quartet. And the Beethoven Quartet had the distinction of performing many of the premieres of Shostakovich's string quartets, and this relationship spanned decades. And it was through this very fruitful relationship that Shostakovich got the idea to write this viola sonata for Druzhinin.
If you are familiar with Shostakovich's music, you'll know that he, much of it, especially his symphonies, really had political undertones and he was very much fighting against what was happening in Russia at the time. And this piece is a little bit different in that it's very introspective. And being his last piece, he was actually quite ill when he wrote this. He apparently died from Lou Gehrig's disease, and he was shaking and had quite a difficult time notating the piece.
Which is very interesting when you see the manuscript, because you really notice it in his handwriting. It's very erratic.
Right, and it's texturally it's very sparse. It's very quiet. Often phrases will begin with rests, and there are lots of very quiet dynamics. So, to me, this says that this is a man who is at the end of his life and knows it, and is perhaps going within. More so than you would hear in his middle period work.